Most Japanese households don't have central heating, so what we're going to do today is talk about one of the two main ways that Japanese people use to heat their houses. That would be the kerosene heater that we see here. The other way that we're not really going to talk about today is using an air conditioner like this one. During the winter they can be set up to pump heat inside and cool the outside rather than the way they normally work during the summer. So the first thing we've got to do with this is we've got to fill it up with kerosene. So what we do is we just open the latch on the top here, pull out the tank, and we're going to go take that outside. Now that we're outside and there's proper ventilation and whatnot, we're going to fill up our tank here with kerosene. So we're just going to put this on the ground, turn it over, press this pin here, pull it, and open that up. We're going to grab a siphon here, we're going to hook it up to this, and we're going to pump kerosene into that. So, we take the cap off, we wipe our siphon off, we don't want dirt in our kerosene. We stick it in there, and we screw on this cap here that cuts off the air when we want to finish siphoning. And then we just pump the bulb here a couple times and get it going. Now we just put this cap back on here, push it down until it clicks. Pin's good in there tight, and we should be able to turn it back over without it spilling all over the place. To fill up your tank, you look at this little window on the side, and once the kerosene reaches between these two nuts, you're supposed to stop. I overpumped it this time, so we're a bit higher than we want to be, but that should be okay. Now, once we're back inside, we're going to put our tank back in here. You'll notice that there's a little rim on this side and not on this side. The rim normally goes facing on the inside. Just slide it on in there. Close the top. And now we sit here for a while and let it make glugging noises as the fuel drains out of the tank into the actual machine. So after it's done draining into the machine, we press the red button here, which turns it on. You can see the thermostat here light up. 22 is what the thermostat's set for, and 8 degrees is what it is right now. That's all in Celsius, of course. And now we wait for about a minute or two. What's happening right now is there's a coil in there somewhere that heats up. And once it gets hot enough, it can ignite the kerosene, and then it gets going. Newer models do this faster. Old models take a while, a couple of minutes. So it's finally running now, and if we look in here close, we can see there's a flame actually burning inside of there. It's burning blue right now, which is the color it should be. If it's burning orange, or if it's sputtering, supposedly that means that it's burning a lot of carbon monoxide, which is bad, of course. The other thing to notice is that the fan on the back now is blowing. That blows air into it to make it burn hotter, and it also moves the air around so the whole room warms up. While we're looking around at it, you'll notice that it's about the size of a big microwave maybe, and on the sides there are handholds for moving it around. One thing to know though is that you definitely shouldn't pick it up and shake it or anything while it's burning, because that's generally a bad thing, and also it'll turn off, which is part of a, I think, earthquake detection feature or something, so you don't burn down your house if there's an earthquake. One important point to remember is that it is burning kerosene, so carbon monoxide is coming into the room regardless. So you want to open a window or turn on an exhaust fan while you're running it. Because the fan heater does pump carbon monoxide into the room and is therefore dangerous, most have a safety feature these days where they turn themselves off after every 3 hours. After 3 hours, it'll beep, it'll let you know that it's going to turn off, and you just press this button here to get it going again. My final comment is that it also stinks because it burns kerosene. Your nose does get used to it though after a while. It's just important to open a window for safety concerns and so it doesn't smell too bad.